Welcome. In front of me is a Realme 16 Pro, and today I'll show you how you can record screen on this device. So, to get started, we will swipe down from the top of our screen. Now, you do want to do it from the top right side, as this is where our toggles are. And once you swipe down, in somewhere here, you'll be looking for your screen recording toggle. So let's see how long that takes me to find it. It looks like it's on the second page right over here. Now I do want to mention, if you don't see this toggle anywhere on any of the pages, it will mean that you need to add it yourself. And you can do so by clicking right here on this pencil and then clicking on the plus and finding it below in this list. There we go. Now you'll see that there in this list we have the kind of like darker icons and the ones that are a little bit more transparent. These ones that are more transparent are ones that are already added into the list. So find from here the screen recording. Once you do, you just click on it, and as you can see, it gets automatically added. From there, click on the done, and it stays added. Now, once you see this toggle here, first time around, I recommend holding it and then selecting more settings. And this will obviously take you to the settings. Now, reason for navigating in here is because, well, definition is set to 720p, which is awful. So we're going to change it to at least 1080p, which means that we're going to just set the recording quality to, something from this decade. Now, from there, click on OK. And moving further down, we have things like frame rate. It is set to dynamic, but we can lock it to either 60 or 30. Dynamic will run to up to 144. But if you're planning to record a screen for YouTube purposes or any kind of Instagram or some other things, then I would recommend just sticking with the 60. Anything above 60 basically gets completely lost when uploading it to any kind of website like this. So you don't really benefit much from it. Now, for personal usage on the device itself, you will be able to utilize it, as the device does obviously have a display that can play it back. Now, this also doesn't mean that the device will be recording always at 144 frames per second. It just means that when you have a content that can be displayed at this, it will then record it at that frame rate. Otherwise, if you're, just playing some kind of game that is locked to 30 or 60, your device won't be recording at 144. It's going to be recording at that frame rate of the game. Now, I'll be choosing 60. I like to just lock it down to that stable frame rate of 60, which is basically the golden standard for any kind of social media sites and just uploading purposes. Now, we do have some other toggles in here, but we're not going to be really looking into those. And I'm also going to ignore the sound settings right here, as they will show up again. So let's find this toggle once more, and this time around, I'm going to tap on it. First time around, it will also ask you for permission. So we're going to select while using the app. Get started, and there's the pop-up for sound. Now, we have two different options. We have the system sound and the microphone, and you can use obviously both of them at the same time. But if you're planning to record both at the same time, I would recommend using some kind of headphones for this, or maybe muting the sound on the phone, meaning just turning down the volume. Reason for that is, when you're recording system sound, what will happen is the device will record system sound actually on the software level. So it doesn't matter if the sound is coming through speakers or not, it will be still recorded. While microphone obviously picks up any kind of thing that is audible to the microphone, which could potentially be the sound that is coming through the speakers of the phone, which would be the system sound, which already was recorded. So therefore it will be recorded the second time, creating an unwanted echo effect. Now I'll be just sticking with one, which is the system sound, and from there we can start recording. But we do have a countdown or not, just automatically jumps to recording, okay? So whatever you'll do right now will be recorded. Now, for the most part, I'll be showing both scenarios. So let's first off open up something that I can record. Maybe something like AliExpress, assuming I'm connected to network. And it looks like I am. So here you can see, once I can go back, there we go. Everything is working just fine. Now this actually will be more visible in the recording. Now let's move to something that won't be visible. So here we have, I believe, two different things that I'll be showcasing. So number one, we have Spotify. Now, if you're planning to record screen for Spotify, unfortunately you won't be able to. Maybe you just want to, like, I don't know, record a tune for some reason, which, you know, it's completely okay. Instead of using Spotify, which is going to be a little bitch about it, what you could do is just open the same thing on YouTube, and YouTube doesn't give you the same kind of restrictions. YouTube doesn't give it two shits about it, so you can record it there. Now, when it comes down to other bullshit applications like Netflix, which come pre-installed with this device, this piece of abhorrent garbage will just straight up block your screen recorder for no reason, and YouTube doesn't usually play shows like this. So I'll be showing you at the end of the video where you can go to record the screen of some kind of show that you might be interested in recording for whatever purpose you want. If you're paying for Netflix or any other streaming platform, which is this will be impacted by it, you're already paying for it. So you should be in your damn right to record it, if you please so. Anyway, now once you're done recording, you can click right here and then stop. And this will save the recording. So let's actually view that recording so you can see how this will come out. So I'm gonna navigate to our Photos application. Agree and continue. No, we're not gonna be backing it up, piss off Google. And you can see it right here. Now, you can also find your screen recordings by going into Albums, and in Albums you will find Videos and Screenshot Album. You will find it in either one of those. Videos will also have any kind of videos that have captured with the camera or downloaded any kind of memes. So it might be a little bit harder to locate your screen recorder in there. So I would suggest navigating to Screenshots. In here you will have Screenshots and Screen Recordings, which is already more organized, and furthermore you can click right here on this weird icon. I don't even know how to describe it, and you can select to, for instance, only display videos, which would therefore mean that you're only showing up screen recordings and not screenshots, making it automatically super constricted in terms of what you're gonna find in here. So from there we can click on it and it should be playing back. Now while this is playing back, I do want to also explain what this feature that you're about to see is designed for, what the purpose of it is. So number one, it's part of Android, and applications can basically have it enabled if they want to. And this feature is designed for privacy and security of the user of the device, which would be you. Now, where it's being used in a good way is, for instance, something like a bank application. If you, for instance, imagine a situation where you have some kind of malware on your device that is basically recording screen to see what kind of pins you're using, patterns, passwords, anything like that, in your bank application, this would present a massive vulnerability to your security of your bank. So therefore, bank would display this, which is absolutely nothing, just a black screen. This is Spotify, by the way. And in this case, obviously, this is done for your security. And furthermore, bank applications do give you the ability to capture some kind of, for instance, download the files that you would be interested in capturing a screenshot of, confirmations of payments, and so on. So obviously, they do block it, but they give you alternative things that you can use for whatever reason you try to capture a screenshot or screen recording. Now, with Netflix or other bullshit apps like this, they don't do it for your privacy and security. They don't have anything there to protect of yours. The thing that they're protecting is a corporate piece of shit that is basically deciding that your privacy and other things don't really matter two shits to them, as long as they get to buy themselves another Ferrari or Aston Martin. And because I consider this to be an absolute blatant violation of what should be considered your property, which would also mean you should have full control over this, then I'll be showing you how we can circumvent it. And I do want to point out, the reason I'm kind of doing this and showing you alternative ways to this is because this was the first time I opened up Netflix on here. I don't even own a Netflix account, never did. I have never agreed to terms of service, nor the terms of use. I have never agreed to literally anything that Netflix would show up with, because I never had to. I didn't even download this bullshit application on the phone itself. So this piece of shit comes pre-installed and decides that it's going to change how my device operates when the application is open. On what grounds exactly? Because you have never even asked for permission to do anything. So you can go fuck yourself and know your place, you fucking trash. Which is right here. Now, for the people that want to record videos of some kind of show, which you should be there in your right, especially when you're paying for this piece of shit service. But hey, instead of having more rights for paying, you're actually getting a shitification that you're funding. So for that purpose, you can maybe stop funding it and look for some alternative things, which there are plenty of if you want to search for them. But for the purpose of just kind of recording crap, we can navigate to our browser. And in that browser, once I get rid of through all the bullshit from Google, wait, no, I didn't want to. There we go. In here, we can search for pstream.mov. There we go. And in here, we can watch shows and record them if you want to. Now, obviously, if you pay for something, you should be in your right to watch it. And I believe that if you're paying, for instance, for Netflix subscription or HBO as an example, and the service is absolute abhorrent dog shit, hey, you're paying for it. You should be able to watch it somewhere else if you want to, so you don't have to deal with bullshit of having your data stolen without you actually wanting for it, especially when you're paying for the damn thing. So, hey, we can do that right here. Now, I do want to point out, I am not affiliated with this site whatsoever. This is one that I just kind of found along with like other one, and it does give you this kind of decent layout. It works, but it works best if you download their plugin. If you want to be upfront about it, and I have no actual clue what this plugin does in the background. So use it at your own risk. I have used it. Hey, my bank is still secure, so it seems like they don't steal any kind of useful information with that plugin. So I don't really mind it, especially that the service that they're providing is absolutely free. Now, the reason you might be interested in getting that plugin is because you can use it without it. But let's kind of check it out, how the experience goes without it. So right now it's looking for a repository. Hey, it actually looks like it found it, but the loading time is absolutely atrocious. So, oh, Jesus. Why is it so loud? Holy hell, that spooked the hell out of me. Anyway, as you can see, it loads it, so that's about it. And we probably could have just captured the screenshot, but hey, it's open right here, so I could capture screenshot or screen recordings here without a problem as well. So yeah, that's something that you can do if you're planning to capture some kind of snippet of a show, just so you can share with someone. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.